A little while back, I posted a video asking people why they're concerned about undocumented immigrants coming into our country, and I got 3 major categories of responses. The first 2 categories were violence and finances, which I've already addressed. The third major category was fairness, the idea that undocumented immigrants are currently not coming in following the rules, and that's not fair to those who have come in the past while following them. Now, the first thing I want to say is that those concerns make absolutely no sense when coming from white people like myself whose ancestors came to this country in the 1800s, especially from Northern European countries. At that point, there essentially were no restrictions on people like my ancestors on coming into this country. And I don't want to speak definitively on this, but my understanding is that even for people who come to this country much more recently, within the past 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, the rules were much, much different at that point than they are now. Today's restrictions are much more severe. Now, I will say, if you're someone who came to this country in the last 4 or 5 years and followed all of the restrictions and are still waiting to be allowed in legally, then I can understand why you'd be frustrated. But most people who are making this complaint are not in that category. And as such, I think the complaint is invalid from the vast, vast majority of people who are making it. In fact, I think for most people, the fairness complaint is one that they're tacking on to other concerns that they have, or using it to mask other concerns that they have, that they're not as forthright about.